In this lesson, we are going to look at the perspective grid tool. Right, there is it right beside the shape builder tool. So there is the perspective grid tool, then the perspective selection tool. Now this perspective grid tool is used for drawing perspective objects in Illustrator. So once I click this, right, it brings me this grids in here. Right. Now to exit this grid, I come in here. Then I have the hand tool right here. There's a small minus or the small, I think, cosine in there, right? So you click and then you do away with it. Right, so I click in here. Okay. Right, so I come back to click in here, and then I have my perspective grid in here. Now with this grid, we have the left grid, right, the right grid, and then the horizontal grid, right? So to draw at this left grid or this side, I just go with the left grid, and then to draw here, I go with the right grid, and then to draw here, I go with the horizontal grid. Okay. Okay. So I have this also in here that I can work on the grid. Okay. This also here, can work on it. You can move this either up or down. Have this also in there. Okay. You can increase or decrease the grid in there. Okay. Right, so this is okay. Okay. And then to move it also, I click here, then I can move it. So right in here, I can click and move the grid in here. Okay, so let me start with something. Now I'll make sure that I have my left grid selected. So I click on this, then I go for my shape, I'll go for the rectangle tool, then I click and drag and draw this. So it will actually snap to the grids in there. Okay. You can change the color of that, make it a little bit darker. Okay, right. So to draw in here, I go for my right grid. Okay. Then I draw here. So here to change the color. So this, okay. So with this, I can also go with same shape to draw something here. Okay. Then I come in here, then I change the color. So come this time, I go for the horizontal grid. Then I draw something on the floor here. So holding on the space bar key, shift it to this side. Okay, right. So I have it horizontally. Come in here, change the color. This is okay. So I come here also, and I do same thing here. Okay. So let me come here for my left grid. Oh, sorry. I have to make sure that my perspective grid 2 is active. Come here for the left grid. When it's active, the left grid is active. We see a blue color there. That means you are working with this side, the left grid. And then when the right grid is active, it gives you an orange color in here. And then when the horizontal grid is active, it gives you a sort of light green or a green color there. Right. So I'll go with my left grid. Come in here, draw something like start a window. Okay, right. I have this here. We can change the color to gray, give it an outline. of dark gray. Okay, increase the size of the outline, and then I'll position it outside. Okay. So draw another one here. All right. So in here, I'll go there down to my perspective grid tool, and I'll go for the perspective selection tool. So it's used for selecting objects in the perspective grid. So you can work on the objects in the perspective grid. Okay, I select this, I can move it. Now should I zoom in and see what I'm doing? So zooming in this way, I use the Alt key and then my scroll on my mouse. So right, so I have this. If I want to do away with the grid, I come in here and then okay. So okay, let me get my perspective grid active, and then I click to do away with the grid. Right, so I have this. Yes. And if you actually get time, you can do a lot of things with the perspective grid tool. Okay, so we have this. Right? So we are going to work with the shape builder tool in our last lesson to see how we went about creating our logo. Okay. Right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the like button for more videos.